It's the 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
Hello, everybody. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Next to me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Dr. Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll be watching the Minnesota Timberwolves playing against the Orlando Magic. So for the Magic, their last game, a win against the Raptors in Toronto. That game was a dominant performance. Always nice to win one going away, but it's just one game, and they'll be ready to go tonight. One player you can count on to be a factor in our game tonight, ooh, the Cat, Karl Anthony Towns, such a fascinating young talent. What makes him so unique as a big man?
Well, I think Towns can handle the ball for a big man. He looks like a wing guy or a guard sometimes when he handles the ball, and his mid-range jump shot is probably separates him kind of Kevin Garnett type or like. Maybe not with the same passion or intensity, but he has a lot going for him.
And that Cat can run the floor too, Shaq.
You know why he can handle the ball, Kenny?
Why?
He's from Jersey, has every skill you could want for a player his size, and quickly becoming the ideal modern post player
he's a JBH?
in the NBA. Jersey-born homie.
Jersey ball handler?
There it is, Jersey ball handler.
I thought Jersey boy homie.
No, Jersey boy.
The crowd is assembled here at the Target Center in Minneapolis, looking for the Timberwolves to have a victory here on their home floor. And we've got it for you live, right here on 2K Sports, with Greg Anthony and mid-season here now, Doris. Teams know what to expect from one another and from themselves.
Yeah, I think by this point in the year, Kevin, you have defined who you are and how you win. You know that the roles are delineated. Everybody knows the expectations on individual players and on the group.
Well said. Now the starting group for Orlando. Ibaka is the 4 with Vucevic in the middle. Young is out there with Evan Fournier, and it's Prez in at the 3. And it's Wiggins missing. Now here's Prez. D right on him. Young passes to Prez. Back to Young. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch.
And even when Young gets knocked around, he keeps his cool, making these difficult baskets look relatively simple.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Prez kicks to Young. He feeds it to Prez. Pass to Ibaka. Fires from 18. Young's shot is off. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Towns sets the pick for Dunn. Levine for 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
The broad shoulders of Cat helps make him an excellent screener.
And it's the Magic with the ball. It's a 3-point game. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
You know, they completely dominated the pace at which this was played. They scored at will, and it was on the road, even more impressive.
Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Garnett. The rebound by Young.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
The pass to Ibaka, and it's Prez, top of the key. Back to Young. 6 on the shot clock. Screen by Ibaka. Baseline jumper. Another miss by Young.
He hasn't gotten many to go this quarter, but he's still trying to find that consistency.
Levine wide open. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Magic have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And the call will be against Prez. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Now, here's Dunn, defended by Young. To the paint, and the jam by Levine.
Glides into that move, suspends in the air. Levine, nice.
The Magic trail by 5. Here's Young. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Young's got his second bucket.
Boy, did an excellent job to hit the moving target with the lead pass. That was simply perfectly placed.
Levine kicks to Wiggins. From outside, off the mark. Looking at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it was a win against the Brooklyn Nets.
And it goes back to what's been their strength, really on the interior. From a defensive standpoint, they just defended the rim as well as you could.
That's a product of making a concerted effort to shut down the lane, and strategically that was a priority. They never wavered from that mantra.
The Magic shooting their first free throws tonight, the first trip to the stripe in this one. That free throw, no good. Well, around the league, former coach of the year Tom Thibodeau is known as one of the best minds in the game when it comes to defense. He helped get that Boston defense up to snuff when it won the 2008 title and led the way for the Bulls in their success.
Well, Kevin, look no further than the Celtics teams and Bulls teams under his tenure. They were the best defenses in the game. Coach Thibodeau holds everyone responsible for their part in the defense. He also knows that rebounding is crucial to what you're trying to do on that end.
Here's Towns. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, takes contact, keeps his balance. Nice finish by Towns.
Here's Prez. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
I think one thing we can say for certain, guys, is the Timberwolves have had one of the best rebuilds in recent memory, and obviously it helps getting the top overall pick with Towns. But beyond that, they've made a lot of shrewd decisions.
And you can't award Minnesota anything until they show how far they can go with this core. Doris, the turnaround for this franchise from where they were 5 years ago is huge.
Well, I think, Kevin, it started with the Kevin Love trade, which many media members criticized. They get Wiggins from that deal, and it's worked out perfectly for them. Now it's just a matter of continuing to add the right pieces.
No good on the shot. Wiggins with some nice D. Now, here's Dunn. 14 points from him the last game against Brooklyn.
And don't forget about the 2 blocks. He really changed the game for his team on the defensive side.
Pass to Prez. Down low. Here's Vucevic. Hits the jump hook. Vucevic has got his first 2 points.
Just a terrific delivery into the low post. Love to get those buckets nice and close. High percentage shots.
Dunn dishes to Levine. Good on the 3-point shot. Here's Young in the game against Toronto. Very impressive. Prez kicks to Vucevic. The feed to Prez. It's Young on the wing. Looking for Ibaka. He gets it there. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
And not entering the league as a natural catch-and-shoot guy, Ibaka certainly has developed this part of his game.
Levine kicks to Dunn. Garnett with a screen on Young. Out left to the wing. Towns wide open. Off target from outside.
Boy, we know this guy has a lot of confidence in himself and will take that shot again if he gets a chance.
Ibaka, the pass to Prez. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Ibaka, this is to Prez. Back to Ibaka. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And just amazing awareness there. Prez whipping the ball all over quickly to the uncovered man.
Dunn kicks to Wiggins, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And a chance now to look at the scoring of Orange Juice as we compare their output this season to the rest of the team.
Well, they say that OJ is part of a balanced breakfast, but it is also a part of this balanced attack. The fact that either of them can go off and carry the load offensively is a huge positive for this team. You can take one out of the game, but rarely will you.
Wake up out there. Come on. Dunn is making way too many plays out there, fellas. He cannot continue to cut inside so freely. Let's gap him and invite the outside shot. He does not shoot it well enough to beat us from long
range. But you made the great transformation.
I'll tell you, I fell into it. I left coaching at Providence, and they put their games on radio and said, hey, why don't you give this a try? And little by little, sure, a little bit here, a little bit there, and next thing you know, I'm calling NBA games.
And we know coaches are so prepared. It comes out in your broadcast, too. I'm sure you have the same mindset toward broadcast that you did coaching.
Well, I think, if you're going to have any kind of success in life, it's about how much are you willing to pour into what you do. And because the game has always meant so much to me, you know how it is. We don't consider what we do work.
Right.
Preparation is fun. Watching games is fun. Calling games is fun.
Well, it comes out in your broadcast. And Young kicks to Prez. Young passes to Vucevic. So they take the lead. And the Magic lead by 1.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Kicks it to Levine. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Feeds it to Prez. The 8-footer. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And a chance here to take a look at the numbers for Ibaka. He's around 10 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Cole Aldrich. He's checked in for Towns. Bielitsa comes in for Andrew Wiggins. And Shabazz Muhammad subbed in for Levine. Then for the Magic, Rambo, he's checked in for Vucevic. Green comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Hazanya in for Evan Fournier. Pull up Jay. Jump shot is good.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
There's the dish to Dunn. There's a good screen. Here's Aldrich. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Prez kicks to Young. Off the pick. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Timberwolves trail by 7.
Timeout. Come on, let's go. Start it. Listen, guys, we've got one guy doing all the damage out there.
Ice cold and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Quick breather and maybe scheme something up that we haven't seen yet in this game. We'll know soon enough.
Dives for it. To stop the drought. That one, no good. And Orlando the other way now. Their last encounter was in Orlando.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Boy, when he's in rhythm like this, the whole team benefits. His scoring efficiency gives them a major advantage.
And now, we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Tom Thibodeau. D.A.?
Well, Kevin, they have a specific approach to tonight's game. He told me they have to get the ball into the paint as much as possible and take advantage of what they believe is a big inch for them inside. We'll see if they're right about that tonight. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Prez with the ball. He definitely had a good game in their win against the Raptors. Back to Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. Count that one. And now a 12-point Magic lead.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Now done. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Now here's Prez. Not a lot of room. Young dishes to Prez. That shot off the mark. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
It's stolen by Prez. And now Orlando on the break. Biyombo. That's good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And when you see Chang, you don't expect a player, Doris, of his size to be a threat from outside, but he has a very soft touch in the mid-range, and it's getting better every year, it seems.
Yeah, I think there's no doubt. Chang can definitely face up and knock shots down. Enough, certainly, to keep other big men honest when he steps out into clear space. And also helps a lot that every time he gets...
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Karl-Anthony Towns checked in for Aldridge. Garnett comes in for Gorgui Dieng. Andrew Wiggins checked in for Bjelica. And Levine subbed in for Dunn. Muhammad and Wiggins team up on the perimeter. Towns is out there with Garnett, and it's Levine in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Here's Towns. Misses off the right iron.
Really tough for this group right now, trying anything to stop the run.
Well, that's the danger. Very hard to get the momentum back once it's shifted.
And he'll take it right into the teeth of the D without thinking twice about it.
Timberwolves trail by 15. Levine passes to Garnett. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Garnett's got his second basket of the night.
Well, what a delivery. The catch and shoot for Garnett. Perfect.
And Ibaka kicks to Prez. Young outside. There's the three. Minnesota with the rebound. Towns has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Outside, Levine. Towns the screen. Levine kicks to Muhammad. Just 5 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Sinks the three-pointer. Wiggins has got 5 now.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Here's Prez. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
That one's for you, Mama.
And the Magic lead by 12.
That one's for you.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And with Wiggins, it's best to be patient with his development, and they have been, to the credit of the Minnesota Timberwolves organization. But Doris, most feel once his three-pointer becomes a consistent weapon, his game is really going to take off.
I think that's exactly right, Kevin, because Wiggins can make threes at a decent clip right now, but even a slight improvement may push him to the point where he's at elite scoring levels. That first step, coupled with a strong 3 game, would make him virtually unguardable. You know, if he continues to work on his shot, you know his deep game will come along soon enough.
Timberwolves trail by 13. To the inside. Here's Muhammad, and the dunk by Muhammad.
And with that monster wingspan, Muhammad finishing with ease.
Prez dishes to Young. Screen by Ibaka. Prez passes to Fournier, and Vucevic kicks to Young from deep. Here's Prez. Vucevic dishes to Prez. The second chance effort. Garnett grabs the board. Garnett's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Muhammad. No good with the triple. Orlando leading by 11. Fournier passes to Prez. Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8, shooting 50.
Hey, way to put the squeeze on him, guys. Bring it in. Let's talk. I like what I see out there, fellas. We're playing like we want it more than them.
Playing at that kind of pace, at a faster pace?
Well, first of all, I grew up a Showtime Lakers fan, so they played at, breakneck pace. Magic out in the open floor, James Worthy on one wing, Kareem running the lane line. I loved playing at a faster pace. I mean, for players, you're out in space, you're able to show off your athleticism. The best part of my game was my handles, Kevin.
Right. Well, people always say that when, if you're playing basketball, they're quarterbacking the offense. If you're playing football, you're the point guard of the offense. So it seems to me like those two positions are really the same position, maybe the most important position in all of sports.
No, I think so. I don't think there's any question because the ball is in your hands and you are an extension of the head coach, whether you're talking football or basketball.
Quick thinking people play that position. That's a compliment for you, Doris.
I appreciate that.
The Magic have shot 50% from the line today, 3 for 6.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
No good on that one. He hits the second from the line. Timberwolves trail by 14. Levine kicks to Towns. Out to the right wing. Poke loose. And here is Muhammad. Back to Towns. Great D that time from Vucevic.
Yeah, terrific all-around effort from the defense. They were not going to let him finish over them.
Prez dishes to Young. Passes it to Prez. The kick out to Young. That was enough space for Young to convert the deep ball.
Right, baby. And Young can knock those down if you give him the chance.
Levine kicks to Muhammad. Goes up the baseline, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And that's just what Prez does, getting real physical with the D on his shots.
DJ Augustine's checked in for Fournier. And he sinks the second.
Easy out here.
Timberwolves trail by 18. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Prez. Muhammad covering.
And how about the skill from Prez down on the block, working hard inside and getting the contact in the process.
Tonight, he's gone 3 of 6 from the line.
And his performance at the stripe hasn't been what I'd call outstanding in this game so far.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And no good that time. Great D that time from Vucevic. Here's Orlando now. They're on a 14-6 run. Great open look there. And 11 points for Serge Ibaka.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Muhammad, the pass to Levine. Looks for Garnett. He gets it to him. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got his 4th assist in this one. Orlando leading by 19. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Prez in their last game against the Raptors was phenomenal. He scored 26 points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
David, thanks for the great update, and what a jaw-dropping performance that was, guys.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, he's given himself a hard act to follow here tonight.
Well, when you dominate the way he did, it becomes expected of you, and there's some pressure where that is concerned. He knows he's up to it.
Wiggins kicks to Bielitsa. Aldrich the pass to Bielitsa. And he makes that one.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Zhang's checked in. The Timberwolves shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
Timberwolves trail by 18. A three-pointer, Wiggins. Orlando grabs the miss. Young's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now here is Augustine. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Orlando moving the ball around. To the wing on the left. Just 3 to shoot. Young. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
And Young is comfortable operating inside. When he gets that close to the hoop, the D has no chance.
Levine kicks to Wiggins. With the fadeaway. There's his 3rd field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
He's been lights out here in the second, and that's after a pretty good showing in the first.
Prez dishes to Biyombo. He kicks it to Augustine. To the middle. It's intercepted. Bielitsa passes to Dang. Outside, Levine. Down low. And again, Andrew Wiggins. Wiggins has got 9 points in the quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And Augustine kicks to Prez. He dishes it to Biyombo. 5 to shoot. Augustine in the corner. From past the arc. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. And the Magic lead by 19.
Just remarkable vision. Young is so talented at spotting the open man.
Levine dishes to Aldrich. And now the fast break. Prez with the ball. Pull-up jumper. No good off the front iron.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
Yeah, he's reliable on defense. Doesn't allow a shooter any separation to get comfortable.
Here's Wiggins. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
Boy, more points on the board for Wiggins. How about this guy? This is a memorable night.
Prez with the ball. Bielitsa's there. And it's Green missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Outside, Levine. Inside, Bielitsa. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got 6 assists here tonight. Orlando leading by 15.
I mean, the first thing you notice about Gorgui Zhang is when he's on the floor, it's his defensive presence. Very long arms to bother shooters, quick movement to stay and track drivers as they come to the rim. Such a force.
Aldrich the pass to Wiggins. 55 seconds left here in the second. Again, Wiggins missing.
You know, in most situations, coach is okay with him taking that shot, even if it doesn't go in.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. And with Zhang's defensive presence, Doris, he'll always find a way onto the floor. Everything else he does. And we've reached.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. Great run for you in these last few games. You kept it going so far tonight. I don't suppose you're going to slow down anytime soon.
Not now, not ever, man. You know, this is the new standard, and it's really only gonna get better second half, man. You saw how I've been breaking fools off these last few games, man. So this is what I do all the time now. You feel me?
Yes, I felt you.
Shouldn't touch me, D.A.
Sorry. Back to you, Kevin.
I'm just playing with the man.
All right, David, thank you.
working, guys. Hey, great work in the first half.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. We're seeing a tremendous game from Prez.
And the approach to that first half was an aggressive one. Take it to the teeth of the defense, put them on the heels, and you're either going to score or get to the line.
Yeah, he's moving so fast through the lane. He's beating defenders to the spot, and then you're in a position where the only thing to do, foul him.
Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. Ibaka is the 4 with Vucevic in the middle. Fournier out there with Young. And it's Prez in at the 3 spot.
A good score inside for a 3-man. I mean, Wiggins can beat you with his back to the basket or facing up.
And Young kicks to Prez. To the paint. Got a piece of it. Towns with the steal. A 3-pointer. Wiggins scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
I'll tell you, they've played an uneven brand of basketball, but he's scorching the nets.
And stolen by Fournier. Dishes it to Prez. It's Young on the wing. He feeds it to Vucevic. Magic moving the ball around. Now here's Prez. D right on him. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Doris, of course, you played point guard. You know all about that position. You know all about the game. We're seeing a renaissance, in fact, at that point guard position right now in the NBA. But just for the moment, if you will, talk about the mentality of playing point guard.
Well, I think the most important aspect of this is you are the caretaker of your team, and caretaker implies many things. First and foremost, you've got to be intimately familiar with every position on the floor. You've got to understand your job and then the jobs of everybody else. And then, as importantly, it's your responsibility to make everybody feel good. So if your power forward hasn't touched the ball in 6 or 7 trips and he's a main scorer, you find that. The position forces you to take a broad perspective of the game.
One added pressure, Doris, that Wiggins has that is unique to himself is that he carries most of the weight of Canada's international basketball dreams. He certainly is the best and the brightest for them. He's expected to lead, in fact, the country to a golden age.
For all the players that we have seen come in the league from north of the border, I think Wiggins has the best potential. And I think he's handled the extra pressure with ease. And it might have even helped him mature as a leader for his basketball team.
Timberwolves trail by 12. Here's Dunn. 6 points for him. Garnett, the screen. Here's Wiggins. Rebound by the Magic. Their biggest lead of the game was 21.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And Vucevic kicks to Young. Vucevic dishes to Prez. Back to Vucevic. 4 on the clock. Goes back up, so he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. It's on Zach LaVine.
And it's easy to admire Prez, a gifted player with a tremendous drive to be as good as he can possibly be.
No good on the second free throw. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Now here's Prez, covered by Wiggins. LaVine against Fournier, looking for Ibaka. He gets it there. Young left side, trying his luck deep, drains the 3-pointer. Young's got 17 now.
Yeah, sensational focus. Young not letting the D affect his jumper at all. What a gifted shooter.
Start it. Way to work, gentlemen. Let's go now. Hustle up. Hey, this is what happens when we play our brand of basketball.
Here in this run, and he just wants to break the momentum before this thing gets out of hand.
You know what I think they need more than anything is to try to get the other side to play at their pace.
It's stolen by Prez. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Young's running. Shot's good by Ibaka.
That, my friend, is what we call poetry in motion. Terrific pass that led him right into the shot.
Done with it. He's got 6. Ball's knocked loose. Wiggins left side. Can they get it? And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. And we have some time now to show you which rookies have the greatest impact offensively over the course of the last month. Justice Young, number 1. Prez is second.
These two rookies have been going head-to-head in the box scores for a while now. There have been a few big nights for both of them.
And Ibaka kicks to Fournier. Pass to Prez. Shot clock at 6. It's Young on the wing. Orlando gets it back. Here's Prez, banked in off the glass. Prez has got 22 points.
For you, and Prez is all hustle, throwing himself on the offensive glass and then coming away with an important second chance opportunity.
Dunn kicks to Wiggins. And the pass to Levine. Garnett with the screen for Levine. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
What a brutal stretch for him, just trying to work his way out of it, which is harder than it sounds.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, Andrew Wiggins' ball handling lagged behind the rest of his game before he came to the NBA, but he's found he can use his size to post up immediately. It's a talent that many players don't develop until they've been in the league for years. Kevin, he's got the footwork, and as his skills develop, he's almost certain to become a superstar.
Sure does. Thanks, D.A.
Boy, kept the possession alive with the offensive rebound. You have to love the effort and getting the putback opportunity.
Dunn kicks to Aldridge. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And he gets the bucket. Muhammad's got 6.
We're talking about a powerful player inside for his position. Muhammad takes it strong.
Prez passes to Young. Ibaka outside. Fournier dishes to Ibaka. The kick out to Young. Again, the Magic score.
Boy, that was a good kick out for the assist, finding his open teammate on the outside.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Towns, the screen. They set the screen. Here's Aldridge, defended by Ibaka. Out to the wing. Here's Muhammad. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Prez kicks to Vucevic. Pass to Young. Now here's Prez. Tight defense on him. And it's Young. That time on the assist by Vucevic. 22 points for Justice Young.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
Now Dunn. He's got 6. Uncovered. Fournier pulls it down.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And Ibaka kicks to Young. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
And really, Young is never going to pass up a catch-and-shoot opportunity. He's remarkably efficient with those kinds of shots.
And there's the feed to Levine. Trying to find Muhammad. Gets it to him. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Kufis checked in for Minnesota. BL eats it. For Orlando, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. We've got Cole Aldridge. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Kosta Kufis. Then it's Wiggins, and it's Jang in at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Well, terrific effort by Towns. Sticks with the play and sends it back.
Kicks it to Wiggins. Back to Towns. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, when you're taken first overall, like Karl Anthony Towns was, you are expected to be an all-star. But you know what, Doris? I'm not sure if many thought Towns would be a generational talent, as he's on track to be in his young career.
Yeah, I think it's rare to see a player be taken first overall and actually exceed expectations. At every step of the way, Towns has worked hard and exceeded what was expected of him. And I think that mentality has put him in position to become one of the best big men in the NBA. I can't wait to watch.
The Timberwolves have gotten 7 of their 8 shots to fall here in the fourth. A tremendous offensive outburst. Now, here's Dunn, defended by Young. And he comes up with the deuce. 10 points for Zach LaVine.
Boy, that's a tough shot. LaVine showing some intensity inside.
Now, here's Prez. Tight defense on him. Used to be any contact at the rim, Doris, would result in a foul on the defender. But that has changed now with verticality in mind. What do you make of all this?
I love it. I absolutely love it. And I think the guy who did it best for a couple of years was Roy Hibbert when he played for Indiana, because, you know, as you are entitled vertically to the space you create as a basketball player. So, Kevin, I love the challenge at the rim. I love that they allow these long, lean defenders to go up in the air vertically and contest. I love it.
That being said, I find very few things wrong with the changes that have been made over the last 5 or 7 years. How about you?
Oh, one of the things that's my favorite about the NBA is how proactive they are in making necessary changes that improve the game and equal the playing field. I love that about the NBA.
Good analysis. LaVine passes to Dunn. Feeds to Wiggins. From the stripe. And the dunk by Towns.
Well, second chance bucket, right? You have to put a body on Towns or he'll devastate you.
Magic leading by 18. Ibaka outside. There's the dish to Young. Here's Prez. They can't stop the run with that one.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Yeah, as we just saw, you don't always have to get the block to make a defensive impact.
A fadeaway. Karl Anthony Towns again. Towns has got 16 points here in the second half. Young dishes to Prez. Up and in on the layup. And the Magic lead by 18.
And Prez scores from anywhere, inside, outside. This guy does it all.
Now, here's Dunn, defended by Young. That's tipped. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Prez leading the charge. And play stops as it looks like they call an over the back here.
Fourth foul of the night. Now he needs to be smart. Can't reach in and pick up something foolish.
He's off on the first.
And for Chris Dunn, you know, everyone told him to enter the draft after 3 years at Providence. His father, his coach. He could have been a first-round pick back in 15. Instead, he decided to stay one more season, earn his diploma, and I'd have to say it's worked out pretty well for him.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Garnett's checked in. Prez kicks to Vucevic. Fournier passes to Prez. 5 to shoot. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line. And Dunn undergoing 2 shoulder surgeries in college. Took a medical red shirt for his sophomore season.
Yeah, and that was on his right shoulder, his shooting shoulder. You wonder if he can get even better shooting the ball with time.
LaVine dishes to Dunn. Back to LaVine. Steps back and shoots. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And as a point guard, you ran a lot of pick and rolls. Its screen roll play is the very basis of offensive basketball. Just how much nuance do you think is involved? And I know, but I want to hear you. A successful pick and roll and pick and pop game.
Okay, so this just to give you some context on how involved the pick and roll is. Jeff Van Gundy has 300 pages of how on both sides of the ball you effectively run the pick and roll.
Got to be kidding.
300 pages in his coaching book on how to deal with the pick and roll.
And how about pick and roll defense?
Oh, I mean,
about the same equal number of pages,
and
right?
I'll tell you this, this is why the Chris Pauls of the world are so highly valued, because it doesn't matter what scheme you throw at Chris. He comes off that pick and his eyes are up and he's surveying, and in the most split-second fashion, running through a series of reads and making the right decision every time.
So here's the most basic play in basketball, yet if you go a layer deeper, it's maybe the most complex play in basketball. How to play it, how to defend it.
I'll tell you, they say the best things in life are the simple things in life. Pick and roll is the NBA at its absolute definition.
It's stolen by Prez.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Magic.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.
What's up, Steve?
What's going on, Prez? Guys back in the studio want to talk to you.
Perfect.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thanks, Kev. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Prez.
Hey, what's up? This is Kenny. Now, you were all over the floor tonight. Congrats on a triple-double. Now, do you consider this one of your best games of the season?
Right now it's definitely up there, but I have a lot more in store to really show what I can do on the court. I feel like this is a good starting point, though. The best is definitely yet to come, for me and for this team.
Well, I think the team is playing great. You're playing great. Calm it down just a little bit, and you guys will be all right.
All right, Kenny.
And that is a wrap, everybody. Thanks for joining us this evening. For Shaquille O'Neal.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
Welcome, everybody. This is 2K Sports with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. Tonight, we'll be watching the Indiana Pacers playing against the Orlando Magic. We've seen a lot of quality basketball from this Orlando team lately. In case you've been under a rock, they've continued their double-digit winning streak with no signs of slowing. A scary, tough team, and they're in full swing. And one of the guys you're going to see in the paint, the former Trojan Nick Vucevic, he has established himself as an impact player in this league. Kenny, what role do you see him having on a team?
He has been one of my favorite players that has not made the playoffs. His ability to dominate, he has SLN, Ernie. You know what that is? Tell him, Shaq. What's that?
Prez, you ready for tonight?
Whew, always, man. My game's never been better.
Maybe. I'll believe it when I see it.
All right. We'll prepare for an awakening then. You're going to be a believer by the end of the first quarter.
Love the confidence, Prez. See you out there, bro.
It's Eastern Conference time for the traveling Indiana Pacers today. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
Tip-off goes to Orlando. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for Indiana, Teague and Stuckey are the guard tandem. Paul George is out there with Allen, and it's Jefferson in at the 5 down low. Shots good from Young.
What a tremendous stroke on the 3 ball. Young's range is lethal.
Here's Teague. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
And the Pacers going with the smaller lineup too, but they've remained an elite team defensively. Guys, how have they done?
Well, not so much about their shot blocking or rim protecting as it was in the past. More about their perimeter defense. One of the best in the league at forcing turnovers and defending the three-point shot. And ironically, despite all the pressure they apply, they do a good job of keeping the ball in front most times.
George dishes to Jefferson, and Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul.
And that's a quick foul for him there. Looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. Here's George, and that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Yeah, it's really hard to distract Paul George when he goes into a shot. I mean, even though the defense is there and made the obvious foul, doesn't seem to bother him.
And Orlando making a change here. Biombo's checked in. It's stolen by Jefferson. Here's George, and lots of contact
Come
there.
on now.
Missing the shot.
Better than that.
Two.
Pick it up, boys.
Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And if you had to start a new team today, which small forward would you want? Kawhi Leonard or this guy, Paul George?
Well, I'm a little biased. It's a tough call, quite honestly. I mean, arguably the best two-way players in the game. Kawhi has elevated his game offensively, and we know what he does defensively. But for my money, being a former Pacer myself, I'm going PG on that one.
So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
When George has the ball in a comfortable spot, he's looking to draw the foul, feeling that there's nobody that can stay with him.
And both free throws good for Paul George. And Paul George occasionally will play some power forward in smaller lineups. Certainly has the length for that position.
Yes, that's exactly right. And he's an excellent rebounder, particularly on the defensive board. He does have a pretty slender frame, but, you know, depending on the matchups, he usually gains more offensively than he gives up defensively.
Orlando shooting their first free throws of the night.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
And this year they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
Tipped away. It's stolen by Prez. Biombo, the pass to Prez, and Fournier kicks to Prez. Can't get it to fall.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Fires from 14. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
That's example number 1 of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation.
Fournier dishes to Prez. Just 5 to shoot. Fires from the wing. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
When the defense gets a hand in the face of Fournier, he's quite adept at still getting his shot off over.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Teague, the pass to George. Outside Jefferson. Jefferson setting the pick for Allen. George, no good.
Oh, tight defense being played right there. Got right up on him and forced the miss.
Textbook work. Close enough to bother the shot. Good challenge, but disciplined enough to avoid too much contact.
Teague with the ball. 17 points for him last game against Houston. To the inside, Allen. The shot's good on the assist by George. Allen's got his first 2 points.
You know, you got to admire how good Allen is at getting position in the paint. Just forces his body into defenders so he can get where he wants to score inside. Well, he's an undersized center, but he more than makes up for it with some serious leaping ability.
Teague kicks to George. No good. And Orlando the other way now. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
Fournier dishes to Prez. He feeds it to Biombo. And Young kicks to Prez. Shoots it. Paul George grabs the miss.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
It's Allen on the wing. Stuckey outside. Screen by Jefferson. Off the pick. Goes back up. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Orlando leading. Biombo kicks to Fournier. Low block shot on the way. Again, Ibaka missing. Pacers have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. And the wide open shot from Stuckey. No good on the 3. And now here comes Young leading the break. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And it's 6 points for Prez. Pacers trail by 3. To the middle. Here's George. It's tipped.
You gotta respect the D. Prez just spiking the shot back thanks to that amazing reach.
They set the pick. Here's Young. Fournier gets a wide open look, and it's off from 3-point range. Here's George. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. George has got 11 points.
I mean, he was great in his last game. Clearly, he has not lost that love and feel.
Yeah, you know, he's got stupendous spurt ability, Greg. I know you like that one, don't you? Those spurts tend to go on for a while with him.
Yeah, did you trademark spurt ability yet?
Yeah, I tried to, man, but it didn't get any life. Although I see a lot, and I hear a lot of guys using it, but they do give me credit for it.
All right, we're going to mix things up against Jefferson on the defensive end. He's getting into our paint at will.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Pacers trail by 3. For the 3, Serge Ibaka pulls it in.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
And Young kicks to Biyombo. And then Biyombo with the dunk.
Yeah, and just superb work there by Young. So unselfish with the basketball. Really likes getting the ball to his teammates.
Shots good by Jefferson.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Prez kicks to Young. Passes it to Prez. Magic moving the ball around. Tries a 3. The Pacers pull it in. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, and the second chance points, guys, mean a lot over the course of a game, and they just had so few opportunities, and I think that was their Achilles heel.
Yeah, I agree. Hard to win games when every offensive possession is one shot, then a jog back the other way to play defense.
Ibaka, the pass to Prez. It's rebounded by Indiana. George has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. He kicks it to T. Back to George. And George with the stuff.
Boy, George so long in all limbs, arms and legs, and he covers a lot of space in short bursts of time because of it.
Ibaka, dishes to Prez. To end the run, the basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Green, he's checked in for Orlando. Hezonja comes in for Evan Fournier. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Evans, he's checked in for Allen. C.J. Miles comes in for George. Ellis, he's checked in for Rodney Stuckey. And it's Brooks in for T. Brooks kicks to Jefferson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And you look at the identity of this Magic team. They've got a lot of players with high motors and high work ethic.
Yeah, it's about building a culture. I mean, you have to run on 2 tracks when you're building a team that's going to win long term. You've got to build the culture and stockpile talent. I mean, you've got to do both. They want to play unselfishly. They want a physical brand of basketball, defensive-minded in their approach. And they want players with those kind of intangibles. And I think they've got a number of them right now.
Prez, no good.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And a wide open look here for Ellis. Indiana again missing. Young passes to Hezonja. He dishes it to Prez. Here's the 3. Young's shot is off. Indiana's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Brooks outside. They set the pick. Screen by Ellis. 6 on the shot clock. Jefferson's shot is off. Orlando's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. And Green gets it to go.
Man, I love how Young sees the floor, easily spotting teammates open from their favorite spot. That's an art, getting it to them when they're open and in the best spot.
Screen by Jefferson. Miles, that's for 2. And it comes off the front of the rim. Magic leading by 3. Here's Hezonja. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Prez, no good.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Young against Brooks. Near the three-point line, it's Ellis. It's Biyombo with the rebound. Biyombo's got his 5th rebound in this one. Green dishes to Prez. It's stolen by Jefferson. Kicks to Miles. Pass to Jefferson. Feeds it to Brooks. There's the dish to Ellis. Screen by Jefferson. 6 to shoot. Down low. Out to Brooks. He nails it, and we're tied up. Brooks has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
And Clark, I felt like that was a one-time mistake. They've got to know to pay more attention to him than that.
Stolen by Brooks. And here we go with Brooks running it up the court. Knocks down the 10-footer. Brooks has got 5 now. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Pacers.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Indiana's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. 40 seconds left here in the opening quarter. To the middle, and stolen by Biyombo. Young in the corner from beyond the arc. That was enough space for Young to convert the deep ball.
And Young can knock those down if you give him the chance.
Brooks against Young. Screen by Jefferson. Jefferson setting the pick for Brooks. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. He's got 7. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Here's Prez, and a hard slam there from Prez to finish off the play.
And that's the athleticism that had him so highly touted coming into the league.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still. Hey, talk to Monte Ellis.
I think I had that all my life. I always.
And that kind of relentless determination.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Al Jefferson's checked in for Allen. Jeremy Evans comes in for C.J. Miles. Jeff Teague, he's checked in for Ellis. And it's Brooks in for Young. On the court right now for the Pacers.
Let's go. Hustle up.
Start it.
Our defense has got to do a better job.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Prez in their last game against the Timberwolves was a driven player. He ended with 31 points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. The stat line was filled, and the whole league was talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Okay, Dave, thanks for revisiting what was an astounding performance.
Yeah, that's certainly one that we'll be talking about here for a long time.
I'd say it would make it to his greatest hit spot, no doubt about it.
Now the pass to Levens. Biyombo kicks to Prez. Pass to Levens. Magic moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5. Stolen by Brooks. And a fast break now for the Pacers. George missing again. The Magic trail by 5. Young in the corner. Here's the 3. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
And really, Young is never going to pass up a catch-and-shoot opportunity. He's remarkably efficient with those kinds of shots.
There's the pick. Brooks the pass to George. Shot off the pick. And it's George again missing.
Good little 2-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Back to Young. He tries for 3. You can't get that one to fall. And Indiana will come the other way. Last time they met was in Indiana.
And that was an ugly loss for them last time playing these guys. And really, the rebounding differential was the key.
They got worked over on the boards. That's about as plain as I can put it. You can't leave your teammates on an island down there. You need everybody going to the glass.
And that one's good, Levin.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
Screen by Jefferson. Teague drives in. That's good from Jefferson on the assist by Teague. Jefferson's got 5 now.
And the reason why that pick and roll was successful was because of the pass from Teague. Just delivered it perfectly.
The kick out to Young. The feed now to Prez. Stolen by Brooks. And now Brooks running the floor all by himself.
And let's review some numbers
Come on,
for
Al.
Prez.
You're better than
Averaging
that.
about
Get up,
23 points per, 11 rebounds, and 7 assists. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
For sure. Great anticipation. Peripheral vision is there. Natural talent as well. Really shining through.
And that one misses. And the Pacers playing in one of the league's smallest markets. They've had some tough attendance numbers over the last 10 years.
And one of the best basketball facilities, I think, in all the NBA. And the city of Indianapolis actually stepped up in 2014. They promised over $160 million to help offset the team's losses over the following decade in exchange for the franchise extending its lease. Long term, hopefully the fan support enables them to stay where they belong in the heart of Indianapolis.
Outside Teague. 1:58 left to play in the first half. 5 on the clock. Tries it from 9. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. And the Pacers lead by 1. And here is Prez. He's coming off a 31-point game against Minnesota.
And also 3 steals, so he showed some grit and determination on the defensive side.
Pacers shooting 43% from the field. Outside Teague. Screen by Jefferson. Outside Teague. From deep three-point range. That shot missing. And Orlando will come the other way. Dishes it to Levens. Puts up a 3. Hits it from three-point range. Levens got 6 here in this quarter. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Jefferson setting the pick for George. And the call will be against Prez. That is his first foul of the game. Mario Hezonja checked in for the Magic. There's 47 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Brooks misses.
Not good shot selection. Long range and the defender all up in your jersey.
And you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
Pacers trail by 4. Outside Teague. Shoots from 14. No good off the back of the rim. Here's Orlando now. They're on a 14-5 run. Hezonja kicks to Prez. It's Young on the wing, defended by Jefferson. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. It's the Magic up by 4. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Bring it in. We have not won this game yet. We cannot let George...
Welcome back, folks. The downtown skyline of Orlando, Florida, looking especially striking tonight. And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. And the players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight.
Then a very solid outing for George. 8 rebounds, and he's got 9 points from behind the arc.
And that's been an important part of his game today. It's really spaced the floor.
Ibaka is the 4 with Vucevic in the middle. Fournier out there with Young. And it's Prez in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Young against Teague. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound, and it's blocked. And Fournier kicks to Ibaka, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
An okay season at the free throw line for him so far, sitting right around 76%. And back in 08, Ibaka became the first player ever from the Republic of Congo to be drafted in the NBA.
George sets a screen for Teague. He feeds it to George. Right side Jefferson. Teague left side. There's the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Teague's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Here's Prez. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from George. Pacers trail by 4. Expanding his range. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Ibaka's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Good work there as it goes.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
George with no one around. And good coming on the assist by Rodney Stuckey.
And the range that George has, I mean, he is a knockdown threat from the perimeter.
Rodney Stuckey, an instant offensive player, a combo guard out of Eastern Washington University.
Yeah, he's best at getting into the paint. A bit of an inconsistent outside shooter, but man, he's strong, he's tough, he's smart, and really is able to score the ball because of his ability to go off the dribble and play through contact.
T kicks to Stuckey. Shoots from 12. That's short off the rim. Magic leading by 5. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, in the era of 3 and D and 4 out and 1 in, some say the post-up is a lost art. That makes Al Jefferson a throwback player. He said it happened right in front of my eyes. When I came into the league, it was still a big man's game. Everything changed around me. I've always been a back-to-the-basket, post-move player. Just stuck to what I do best, guys.
Yeah, and I hope he never changes. Thanks, D.A. Allen kicks to George. The 3. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Young outside. Ibaka. This is to Fournier. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Young with no one around. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Now, here's George. He's guarded closely. Gets the three-pointer to fall. George has got a pair of threes now here in the 3rd for Indiana.
The defense a step slow. You can see the results.
Greg, that's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
They grab their own miss. Prez. And that's good. A nice job on the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And Prez is all hustle, throwing himself on the offensive glass and then coming away with an important second chance opportunity.
Teague the pass to George. Poke loose, and that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. Green, he's checked in for Serge Ibaka. The Pacers also changing it up. Ellis comes in for George. Young is subbed in for Teague. In the 3rd quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Shots good from Young.
Nice display of awareness that time by Allen. I mean, he did a really nice job getting the ball to a teammate who had a better shot than he did.
Prez kicks to Green to the right side. Prez dishes to Green. Young for 3. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Young's got the lead up to 7 now for the Magic.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
And Young kicks to Ellis. From the arc. That one's not going to go. The Magic go the other way with it.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Fournier against Stuckey. Passes to Ellis. Inside Leaner. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his third rebound tonight from deep. Green, and the three ball is good. And now a 10-point Magic lead.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of
I love the energy, fellas. I really do. But now we got to keep it up and stay focused.
Pacers trail by 6. Now Teague. He has 7. There's the screen. Brooks, the pass to Miles. And it's Orlando with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. Augustine dishes to Prez. Biyombo kicks to Young. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
And right now, Young is having what I call a volcanic eruption, exploding, destroying the defense from every angle on the court.
To end the run, Teague can't hit.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
And Augustine kicks to Prez. Ibaka, wide open, he fires. Offensive rebound, Biyombo. Back to Young. He kicks it to Prez. Young in the corner. To the paint. Here's Ibaka. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Screen by Jefferson. From deep, George. The shot, no good. Well, through 3 quarters of play. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the 4th. Magic leading by 11 on the court for Indiana. C.J. Miles is out there with Jefferson. Then it's Brooks. Then there's Teague. And it's George in at the 3 slot. Young against Brooks. Biyombo, the pass to Prez, and the layup is good. Prez has got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Magic. Pacers trail by 13. T kicks to George. Augustine grabs the board.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Miles dishes to Teague. Kicks to Jefferson. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got his 4th assist in this one. Now here's Prez, defended by George. Back to Ibaka. He dishes it to Prez. Young from outside. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
He's absolutely killing it from outside.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Teague, the pass to Brooks. They set the pick. From deep, Miles. Orlando grabs the miss. Biyombo's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Prez kicks to Biyombo. Magic moving the ball around. Here's Prez.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut
Prez has
down
got
the middle.
10 points.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled
half.
on points in the paint here.
T kicks to Jefferson. Can't hit from 12.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keep feeding the fire.
Here's George. The baseline jumper goes down. George has got 33 points.
And you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Young dishes to Prez. Young passes to Biyombo. To the inside. Leans inside. And it's Young. That time on the assist from Prez. Prez has got 6 assists here tonight.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Augustine against T. George, that's a 2-pointer. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Ibaka's got 7 rebounds in the game. Now here's Prez. Defense is right there. Really left alone that time. 10 points for Serge Ibaka.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Jefferson kicks to T. Inside, looking for George. He gets it there. 6 to shoot. Jefferson setting the pick for T. Tries again. Jefferson, that's good.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Combo dishes to Augustine. It's Young on the wing. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. For the Magic, Vucevic checked in for Biyombo, and Fournier subbed in for Augustine. Allen's checked in for the Pacers. Stuckey comes in for Aaron Brooks. Young with the steal. And now Orlando on the break. Young's running. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Orlando.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And the call will be against Prez. That's his third foul of the game. Young with the steal.
That's 2 really unproductive trips in a row, ending in turnover.
Magic leading by 22. Here's Prez. It's rebounded by Indiana. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Back to George. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
Man, I like the competitive spirit of George. It's one of the reasons that he's so special as a player. He's overcome a bunch of adversity, which I think has fortified him as a leader on his team and also one of the best two-way players in the game. The clear look at the hoop, he doesn't miss many of those.
Stuckey kicks to T. Feeds it to Jefferson. And the call will be against Prez. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Pass to George. Charity stripe shot. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And that kind of awareness from George is really exceptional. Catching the defense flat-footed by rising up immediately on the catch. And the Pacers acquiring the Fort Wayne Mad Ants of the developmental league going into last season. Some rumors had it that they try to move the team closer to Indianapolis, but the Pacers said no, they're committed to keeping them in Fort Wayne, which is really a good basketball city, and it's only about 2 hours from Indianapolis.
Pacers trail by 19. Outside Teague. That's good for George on the assist by Teague. Teague's got his 7th assist here tonight. Orlando's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And the Mad Ants were the last D-League team that didn't have a one-on-one affiliation with an NBA team.
That's exactly right, and now they belong to the Indiana Pacers. And if you want a D-League team in this day and age, you've got to start your own. Seems like pretty soon every team in the NBA will have their own D-League team to go one-on-one, 30 for 30.
Outside, George knocks it loose. It's stolen by Prez. And now the fast break. Prez with the ball. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. Here's Teague. The dish to George. Knocked loose. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Prez with the bucket. Prez has got 14 points now in the second half. Oh, what a game it's been for both parts of Orange Juice, showing exactly why they are so deadly.
And Prez and Young have both been putting up numbers here, feeding off each other's energy. Just great team basketball. Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
And that's why it counts to have a guy like Stuckey on your squad. He's fearless and relentless in attacking and always welcomes the and one chances. Looking at the numbers for Rodney Stuckey, he's got 10 points, and he's added to his totals by picking up 3 points at the line as well.
Yeah, that'll balance out that stat sheet nicely. You always want to see at least a few points from the free throw line.
Lets it go from the wing. Stuckey with another miss.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be, he's not making that one. Wow. What can you say?
For Indiana, they've gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Allen against Ibaka. Allen passes to Jefferson. Clock at 6. Indiana moving it around. The 3 from George. The rebound by Ibaka. Orlando leading by 22. And Young kicks to Prez. Young dishes to Prez. Back to Young. The pass to Prez. It's Young on the wing. Ibaka outside. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Jefferson setting the pick for Allen. To the middle, changes up, and there's the nice layup by George. George has got 42 in the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And here's Young from the arc. Great D that time from Teague. The Pacers have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Now here's Prez, defended by George. Prez kicks to Fournier, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And just amazing awareness there. Prez whipping the ball all over quickly to the uncovered man.
Stuckey outside. They set the pick. Pass to George. Shot from 16. Good. He hits the jump shot. George has got 44.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge. Always.
Prez passes to Ibaka. And there's the feed to Vucevic. Prez dishes to Young. And Prez getting the ball over to Justice Young for that triple.
And you could tell Prez was going to get that ball to Young outside when he caught it.
Outside Teague. George sets a screen for Teague. Off the screen, and the rejection by Ibaka.
And, well, he's been the NBA's leader in blocks multiple times. Ibaka just has that rare instinct for it.
Prez kicks to Young. Dishes it to Vucevic. Now here's Fournier. Young for three. Sinks the triple. Young's got 36.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Magic.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And the effort here tonight, adding to the W column for the season, it will go down as their 48th win.
And this will be their third win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
They really do. I mean, there's one more game to play in this season series, and barring any major changes to their team, I'd have to believe the sweep will be in order.
It's a long season, and you always need role players to step up and help out, and that was the case here. Everything was working for Prez, and the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Outside Teague. Outside George. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Prez. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
17 at the line, shooting one.
And Prez is just brilliant. Just has such remarkable initiative and moves well without the ball.
Young outside. He feeds it to Stuckey. Passes it to Christmas. Kicks it out to Evans. Stuckey outside. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And, boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA.
What's up, Steve?
On 2K Sports.
What's going on, Prez?
See you
Guys
next
back in the
time.
studio want to talk to you.
Perfect.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Prez.
This is Shaq, and once again, you picked up the double-double. How do you get the team clicking offensively?
Well, you know, man, I feel like I have a pretty good eye for the offense and knowing when to get the ball in the best possible place for us to succeed. When I'm getting my share of buckets and my teammates are making plays, we're pretty hard to stop, man. So that's what I tried to do.
Spoken like a true champion. Good luck.
And that'll wrap things up. Thank you for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and for the rest of the 2K Sports crew, the best in the business. This is Ernie Johnson.